I will now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Syrian Arab Republic. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. My country, Syria, is party to the CTBT, and therefore we have provided all the chemical weapons to the OPCW and ended our chemical program, as was stated by the CWC, on board of a U.S. ship or a vessel in the Mediterranean. Therefore, we reject all false pretexts and accusations stating that the Syrian Arab Army has used chemical weapons, toxic weapons, against Syrian civilians in Syria. We stress that the Syrian Arab Army has no possession of any type of chemical weapons. It was not used before and will not be used later because we do not possess such weapons. And we would like to advise anyone who thinks so to look for the real criminal. My government condemns in the strongest words the crime of using chemical weapons, proceeding from our belief that we have to thrive to make the Middle East free from weapons of mass destruction, foremost the nuclear weapons. You all know full well that my country, Syria, has sponsored a draft resolution in 2003 when it was a member in the Security Council to free the Middle East from all weapons of mass destruction. My country has also acceded, as you all know, to the CWC to prove to the entire world that it is committed to stand against any use of chemical weapons. My country has met its obligations proceeding from its accession to the convention and has undertook all its obligations despite the harsh circumstances it has gone through. This was proved by the head of the Joint Committee of the OPCW, Mrs. Sigrid Kaag, in its report presented to the Security Council in 2014. With the destruction of the last two sites, the OPCW's investigations and verification of the destruction and transfer of the rubble of those two sites, Syria would have fulfilled all its commitments regarding the chemical weapons production facilities, and it is discussing all related matters in line with OPCW. My country expresses its deep concern due to the blackmailing and threats adopted by some Western countries, especially the tripartite aggression states against Syria. These are the US, Britain, and France, who have pushed for the adoption of a resolution on the SSOD4, the Conference of State Parties, that allows the OPCW to use tools to attack my independent country, my sovereign country, under the pretext of the use of chemical weapons. This resolution runs counter to the provisions of the CWC, and it is a dangerous precedent in the international regime, especially that this is a technical organization concerned with scientific and technical matters and does not have the mandate for criminal investigations or legal investigations. These are not its prerogatives. It's not its responsibility to review the use of these chemical weapons, especially that this encroaches on the prerogatives of another international institution responsible to maintain international peace and security, as was stated in the UN Charter. In addition, the resolution lacks legitimacy since it was adopted by the votes of less than half of the states parties to the convention, only 82 states out of 193. It has also conferred on the OPCW mandates that are not provided for in the convention. Therefore, we believe that it lacked legitimacy. My country believes that this resolution will only add further complications to the ability of the OPCW to undertake its mandate. It will paralyze it and would lead to further division among its member states, which will push the OPCW to further polarization. And this would make this resolution unable to be applied in practical manners. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The distinguished representative of the Syrian Arab Republic.